Well, no snow in the forecast, but the wind, boy, it's whipping off of Lake Erie and into Highmark Stadium, just south of Buffalo, New York. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Buffalo Bills. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Panther 60. Go.
Now Hall to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Cougar 19.
Operating from the gun, Hunter. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. 60 by 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Back to throw. Hunter. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points, and if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 39-yard line. On 1st down, right back to Hall. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Here we go. Set.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Over the middle, complete. That's Hall. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play there on the catch and run. 32 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Panther 60. Panther 60. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Here's Allen. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
As long as you've been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Deputy! Cowboy 80!
In motion, the tight end. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Now a run here. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Will Lutz on for the point after. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They start the drive with Cook. Fighting down past the 45. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's Cook again. Fights off the defender. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. The Bills at 2-7 now in the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape preparing for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
Here's Davenport. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Well, you talk about this Jets defense, and they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 21. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
A run with Davenport. And he will possibly get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On the other hand, it will definitely take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Brad, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have had a few men in the box there.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
To throw, it's Allen. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and can you imagine being in that hole, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. This is the most important of them all, 3rd and goal. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
A 31-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Eagles, 60 Warriors, 70.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Got it, ready?
Now is 2nd and 10.
Ready, ready. Bronco 80. Ready.
Operating from the gun, Hunter. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll look to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 33. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
60 bites, 60 bites.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
At the 28-yard line.
Here we go, shot. Panther 60, Panther 60.
Looking to throw. Hunter.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Let's go now. Viking 18. 19 Wyatt. Ready,
Back to throw. Hunter.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Pick made by Terrell Bernard. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Intercepted. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Here's Allen. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Now he's going to step up and run. That one caught along the sideline. Did he stay in? Yes, he did. But hang on here. A penalty marker is on the field. Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Now Allen. And he is caught. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And they'll run it with Davenport. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. A gain of 3, second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bills will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7.
10, Jets 7. Tyler Bass, the kickoff.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Here we go. Here we
With
go.
his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want it in with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready up.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Trap 60. Trap 60. Go.
Throwing after the interception, Hunter. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
19, Tiger, Panther 11, Panther 11, Mustang 19, 18, Pioneer, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Looking to throw, Hunter. Completes it to Austin. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Operating from the gun, Hunter. It's caught, Smith. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Come on, come on. Set.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Operating from the gun, Hunter. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. Or maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. And this one is incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
1 touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Beginning this series with a handoff to Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Allen to throw it. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Cook. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. This is Davenport. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Only a yard in the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
This is what they're going to need more of. It's the 3rd quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41.
Panther and left. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Back to throw. Hunter. And he finds Austin complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Dragon 60. Got it. 70 Timberwolf. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Looking to throw. Hunter. He gets it underneath to Hall. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss an...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Bills force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he's going to have a Bills first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They run it again with Cook. And he'll run it for about 5, close to the 40.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 5. Allen now looks to throw. This taken in by Kincaid. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 36. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now a 2nd and 2. Another jump for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Bills passing game, get them down the field. They've got another first down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. And now both of these defenses have something to brag about following this one, each with a pick six today.
They are even there, but we still have to decide a winner, don't we, partner? And what they really want to brag about after this one is getting that W. The turnovers are great. Can they make plays now that tilt the balance in their favor?
Lutz with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run. but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep him in check on that first down carry.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. The Bills on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Austin. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Viking 18.
2nd and 1. Going right back to Wilson. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
Real football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Caught by Wilson. The gain of 5. And that'll make it 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped how the guy could turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
70 Lions.
In motion goes the tight end. Back to throw again. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
10. 65 catch. 65 catch. Dragon 60. 79 Broncos.
He's back to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Will the defense pressure or sit back? Here's 4th and 5.
Nice. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. 19 Lions.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
gain of 10.
Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You start to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Panther 60. Cougar 19. 7 Pirates. Trap 60. Ready.
Back to throw. Caught. It's Wilson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
60 second and a yard at the Bills' 36-yard line.
Back to throw. Very quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Jets.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Bronco at 18, Pioneer. Panther 11. Go.
They'll look to throw. Over the middle, open is Thomas. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, Parker. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Ready, set.
Now 2nd down and a few inches.
19. 2. Bronco 80. 18 Cardinal. Warriors 70. Ready.
He'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Here it is, 4th and inches.
Let's go. Cowboy 80.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hunter. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll just get rid of it. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Again from the 15, 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Start. Come 19. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Boy, this crowd is on pins and needles now because anytime you see the ball heading for the end zone, you really hold your breath and they come out of their seats. That one falls incomplete.
This Buffalo crowd letting them have it. 3rd down now. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
Here's 1st down. Throwing, Allen.
He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
And a fun, close